It was smoking something fierce right at the bottom. What's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another vlog. All of a sudden I'm vlogging all over the place. I didn't do a vlog for weeks, and then bada boom bada bing, three in succession. This is part 2. I don't know if you guys can notice anything that is up with this view today, but if you're not good at guessing, you will notice that I got rid of my red brake and clutch lever. Obviously I got rid of my windscreen. That was in the last episode. And I pull over right here and give you guys a little walk around what else I've done to the bike lately. Ooh, a little gravel here. Let's get over here where it's more flat. I'll leave the bike running. It's only a minute. But yeah, so as you can see, I also have the stock fender back on. I have the stock seats, no longer my carbon fiber gel upgraded ones, front and rear. It needs a wash, but no longer have my LED bulbs in the corner lights, just regular good old amber Walmart specials. I have no HID low beam. So by now you guys can probably figure out what's going on. I've demodded the bike. I've completely returned to stock. Going on further, you can see here that I have my stock exhaust back on. The only thing pretty much left on this bike that's not factory is the rim tape and the gas tank cap. I got rid of the Bazzaz tuner that was plugged into the injectors under the tank. Went to the back. Got rid of the block off plates. Got rid of the header. Got rid of the mid pipe. Got rid of the can. Obviously, put everything back on because I am on my way to trade this bike in. I'm going to be driving home or riding home on something completely different, and that'll be part 2 or part 3, I should say. That'll be the next vlog, basically. So yeah, so the bike runs good. I was kind of worried that maybe I didn't plug something in properly because it was a little while ago that I did everything, but I just drove it a good 5 minutes, here, and everything was good. Sounds good, rides good. Clutch lever's a little hard, probably because I didn't adjust it properly. So I let him know that, but just a matter of adjustment. But the only the issue that I created for myself, which is, I don't know how I did it, where the exhaust pipes meet, you can see there's a gap there. There's this like silicone gray, like really thick gasket that goes in there, and somehow when I was putting the slip on, I somehow damaged that. It had like a lip inside, so I tried to like shave that lip off, and I just completely made it worse. Evidently, it's like a wire mesh covered in silicone with some other stuff, and a graphite or something. So it's $12 for the part, so I'll give the dealer $20, and hopefully that's enough. That's the end of that. But that's literally the only issue of putting everything back on. Everything else worked out great. The stock header I bought on eBay looks like it stopped a little bit, but it was smoking something fierce right at the bottom. So I'm guessing it was whatever they used to clean it, maybe the eBay seller. So now it's burned off, so it's okay now. But oh yeah, the only other thing left in was the LED turn signals, because those won't work on my new bike, and they're kind of a pain in the butt really to change. You can't pop that assembly out, as far as I know, so you got to go like take the fairing off almost. It's just too much work. But yeah, so you guys see how the clutch there? I'm not used to it again. But the bike ride's good, so that was the big thing. But yeah, so the last vlog, you know, I had that guy come look at the bike. He never showed up, and I hope he sees this. His name was Derek. I won't say his last name, but I hope he somehow comes across this. Because that dude was, I mean, whatever, I don't want to say bad words, but he tells me, like, on Thursday that he's coming at 10:30 in the morning or so on Saturday. I'm like, alright, cool, you know, whatever. And, come Saturday morning at like 10:30, I texted him or messaged him on Facebook because I don't even have his number. And I'm like, hey, you know, what's the status? Are you close? He goes, yeah, I'm close, but I broke down, my alternator went out, you know, I'm 45 minutes out. Meanwhile, him saying that he's 45 minutes out tells me that he's actually on his way because he's from Pennsylvania, evidently, which is like 4 hours away. So I'm like, alright, so this guy's definitely coming. He just, you know, ran into a problem, no biggie. I didn't have any plans until like 5 that evening. I had to go to a football game, but I'm like, alright, no worries, you know, you get here at 1, 2, whatever. So, you know, nothing happens, and at like 2 o'clock, I write him again. I'm like, hey, what's the status? You know, where you at? And he doesn't respond, and to this day, he hasn't responded. So, dude, you completely wasted my time. That was a serious Richard move to do, and I hope you never find another bike again. Because you certainly as hell ain't finding a clean one like this, that's for sure. So, that being said, on Monday, I had some time to kill during lunch or whatever, so I'm like, you know what, let me go to, I called around that Saturday morning a couple of dealers to get prices for my new bike. And one in particular, the dealer that I bought my first bike from, Matt's Cycle Center in Kawasaki, New York, pretty good place for all you guys, you know, maybe in the area, but, so I called him up and I'm like, hey, you know, what's your price? And he gave me a good price. So Monday I went over there and I just wanted to see basically, you know, because I had told him that I was selling the bike, private sale, and I would come, you know, get his, you know, just cash in hand, basically. But because I didn't sell it, we kind of work on trades now. So I just went over there, I'm like, hey, let me know what can you do for my trade. And I went in to the little meeting thinking that if he tells me it's $300 or $400 or even $500 difference, you know, basically I pay him $500 and he takes my bike stock and gives me a brand new bike, a deal, it's done, signed. And that's pretty much what happened. He told me $600, I got him down to basically $500, and I walked out with papers for a new bike. So I'm on my way now to get that bike, and I'm beyond excited. You know, I love this bike, but I don't know what it is lately. Again, like I said, it's not comfortable for me anymore. Even before I got rid of the seat, you know, even with a good seat, it was just, my arms hurt more, my knees hurt more, because they're, you know, right now they're pretty much fully compressed, I'd say, or whatever. So it's time to change, you know, and I just got engaged, so I want a bike for her to ride with me on, it's more comfortable. You know, all that stuff. So that's what's going on. I'm super excited. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I do have a little update on my KLR also, which is good and bad news. But the good news outweighs the bad. So my friend, who, by the way, again, shout out to my friend for doing all the work for me. But he finally got my clutch plates and all that stuff transferred over to my new motor, and he put it into the bike, and he connected everything, and, you know, put oil in it, coolant, all that stuff, and he tested the compression, and the compression is good, which means the bike should be healthy. The motor, I mean. That's the good news. The bad news is that there's no spark. And luckily, another friend of mine who was going to go on a Mexico trip, or still might, I don't know, his bike is there too, and it's like also a KLR, so my friend tested the ignition coil and all that stuff and the CDI, and it worked. So that means it's not an issue there. So We're thinking it's my Stater again, which I already bought a new one. It's like 50 bucks. So worst case, yeah, I might buy another one and just call it a day. But yeah, so no spark is a lot less serious, in my opinion, than, you know, blown pistons or whatever, scraped insides. I don't know what even terms are. So it's like a huge weight off my chest. I feel a lot better now than I did, you know, a week ago when I picked up the motor, and I was hoping that, you know, it actually did have compression and I wouldn't have to drive back down 5 hours one way to return it. So we're making progress on that as well. So hopefully I can get that running, you know, within a week or so and get it back up. I mean, it's still for sale, but it's listed in the ad as not running. So hopefully I can change the ad to running, get rid of it. I'm gonna lose money, so just whatever. You know, it is what it is. Lesson learned. But hopefully by the end of this actual riding season, I only have one bike. And that's the one I'm going to pick up right now. And hopefully that's the end of that, and I can ride that bike for 5-10 years. Unless I somehow get the hankering for more speed again. You know, now that I'm getting married, I don't know if that's going to be the case. Because the bike I'm getting is not slow. It's not like this, but it's not slow. So I think that bike I'm going to have for quite a while. Because it's comfortable, so I don't got to worry about that. You know, and there's things you can add to make it even more comfortable. So hopefully this is the end of my buying vehicles for a while, and I can focus on starting my family. You know, I'm starting my new job next Wednesday, so life is great. I just put it that way. I'm blessed. You know, everything's going good. So yeah. So you guys hang out for a while, and I'll be uploading another vlog of my new bike, the new reveal. So you guys take care, ride safe, don't do nothing stupid, don't do wheelies in traffic. You know, don't do none of that stuff. Keep it to parking lots or back roads where there's nobody around. So if you hurt something, it's only yourself. Too many videos out there of people doing wheelies into back of cars or, you know, whatever. So just keep it safe, guys. Alright? Later. I'm gonna miss this thing, man. I'm telling you that. But it's certainly a lot slower without my my tuner and exhaust on, that's for sure. That was not scary at all. My other version of the bike would have, you know, gave me a little bit of apprehension.